Lee, we've got your debut, the 24th of June, on the VIP Elite Boxing Show at Bolton. But I was going to say, it's been a long time coming. I think you put a tweet out, I think it was Christmas last year, that you decided to hang up your vest and you turned pro with your old amateur coach, and now you're professional manager in Alex Matvienko.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. Before I wanted to go pro, like long before then. Even during COVID times, I was sort of thinking about it. But I spoke to Phil, my amateur coach, head of the Hollowell ABC, and he convinced me sort of to stay on for now a wee bit, and ended up. It was probably a good decision. A lot more experience, and that's all the amateurs was for me. To be honest, it was just experience and staying busy, taking as many fights as possible, and I fought some very high level kids, and I think I finished with just over 30 amateur fights. But yeah, just before Christmas, as you said, hung the vest up and started getting the process going for the pros. And
well, let's find out. Sorry for interrupting. Let's find out a little bit about you, because that's a real strong Bolton accent.
Yeah, it is.
So how did an Irishman end up at Elite?
So I started quite late into boxing, in boxing terms. I think I didn't walk into Elite till I was about maybe 24, something like that. Moved to Leeds when I was 18 for uni. I was there for 4 or 5 years or so, and then moved to Manchester. That's where my girlfriend Becky's from. She's from Bury, and I ended up in Bolton. And whenever I moved to Bolton, I played football my whole life. I was always very athletic, but I liked boxing, but never got into it until I came here and I seen Elite banners or somewhere, and I thought I wanted to get into it, and came here through. I knew a few people who trained here and stuff and walked in here by, I think I was 24, 25, and had my first session with Scott Mitchell here and loved it. And then from there on, I just got the boxing bug, as to say.
Because I first remember didn't you used to write for a few boxing articles?
Yeah, so that's what I did at uni. Did sports journalism at uni.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
So that's how I ended up getting into it. Did work for Boxing News magazine for a while, doing freelance stuff, Boxing Monthly. RT did a wee bit as well, and some bookie sites, Coral and stuff like that. All boxing focused.
So that was even before you even started boxing then?
Yeah, so I always loved boxing. I always liked it, but I hadn't actually got into it properly. I did a bit of training, but I never competed, and until I came here, I just caught the bug. But I used to write about it all the time. So big boxing history head. Love all my history, and got into it myself. Caught the bug, and now I'm turning pro.
Because this must be brilliant for you, because Alex, we just mentioned, I know he's your manager now, but he's a fountain of knowledge.
He is, yeah, big time.
And does he ever give you people to go home and watch and say, look, this style will suit you? And
oh yeah, every session. When we're not in the gym training, after training we're always talking about certain fighters, and not just he's big into his 90s boxing and heavyweights and stuff, and I love all the really old school stuff as well, your Azar Charles, Archie Moore and all that stuff.
Oh, right.
So
that's what I grew up watching.
Yeah. So all the proper old school guys, all the proper skillful guys from back in the day, 1920s, 40s. And Alex, we're always matches in each other as well, sending videos and stuff, just little things, even little hand placements, footwork, just little things to pick up on. If you heard in sparring, even Alex always has different names for certain shots. He'd shout, Donny Garcia is left hook, or Eric Morales. Certain shots, the Tyson Fury jab he was saying there a lot, jab and step back jab, and yeah, both big boxing history heads.
I was just fortunate there. I mean, preparations obviously going well. Just seen you moved around with one of your stablemates, but you were also moving around with former world champion Charlie Edwards. That must be brilliant for you.
Yeah, class experience. Alex, he's built such a good reputation in his gym at the sparring. It's unreal. He gets so many great sparring.
You never know he's going to turn up, do you?
Unreal. Even Alex Dunmagani trains here now.
He's down there,
downstairs. He's been a great asset. Not just the gym, but for me as well. He's a wealth of knowledge. Sparred him loads before the Zelfa fight, and yes, Charlie Edwards. Did some rounds with him last week down at Moss Side. Did some rounds, and last year as well, then at Gallagher's old gym. sparred with him there as well, and Paul Butler as well. Like, so the sparring's been class. You know, like I think it's the last 6 or 8 months.
I suppose,
just had so many
not just as a boxer yourself, but also prior to that, like we were saying before, you're a massive boxing fan.
Yeah.
Are you not just living the dream now?
Big time, yeah. Like it's weird, it's a bit surreal even, like to say I'm making my debut in 4 weeks, and yeah, just to be rubbing shoulders with people like, you know, Alex Matvienko, Charlie Edwards, like it's class. And you know, just like even last year I went down to Tyson Fury's gym as well, Morecambe, sparring Isaac Lowe and stuff, like, you know, like, so yeah, it's class. You know, you just can't get all fanboyish, like, you know, when you go in all these places, like you just have to have your head screwed on, like, and as Alex always says,
is it different for you now though? Because you used to write about these people. Do you have a better appreciation for them now? Now you're actually doing what you used to write about?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like you can't fully grasp like how hard it is until you do it yourself. Like, and I find that out like once I started myself, and as I said, caught the boxing bug, I'm all in myself, and I live the boxing lifestyle, as they say, like. And you know, everything revolves around boxing. Like, I'm working full time for Boxer as well, writing about boxing every day.
Is that Boxer, did you say?
Boxer, yeah. So work for.
Well, they're boxing clothing and sports clothing.
Yeah, boxing brand, so clothing range. You know, bringing like gloves, boots, and all that.
T-shirt.
Well. Yeah. Always wrapping all the gear, like. But yeah, so writing about boxing all day, training, and then studying boxing at night. You know, like, so I'm all in. Like, all revolves around boxing.
And how old are you now then?
I'm 30 now, but
really?
People, when you say
just a number?
Just a number, yeah. It's for me. I've always said, like, I'm not even from like back to the study and all the fighters. Like, age, it's just a number. It's more mileage over age. Like, as long as you're living clean.
Hard fights, age fighters rather than fights.
Yeah, that's it. You know, like 30, but I feel 20. You know, like, and I don't drink. I stopped drinking years back. I think I've had a drink for about 5 years. Something like that. You know, with not your stereotypical Irishman, like, but. Yeah, no drink and eat clean every day. And even when I was in the amateurs, like, I was constantly ready. You know, felt like I was taking fights like on the day in the amateurs. Felt I used to get messages from Phil at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Can you fight tonight? Like, and you just had to go and check the weight quick, and then you were off, get your vest.
And what weight are you going to be competing? Is it super featherweight?
Super featherweight, yeah. Super featherweight.
You're tall for super featherweight, aren't you?
Very tall, yeah. Tall and skinny, you know, that's the key.
Pretty good for boxing though, isn't it?
Very good, yeah. That's one thing I've been working on a lot too. Like, when I was in the amateurs, you probably know, like, you videoed a few. I used to get involved a bit too much, having a bit of a scrap. I think I had there was a VIP fight of the night a few years back at the Holiday Inn, like, and you don't really want to be doing that in the pros too much. You want to be. You want to be using your assets, like, and that's one thing I've worked with Alex and Phil and everyone else. You know, using my jab and my range, like, and trying to stay along.
It's fair to say boxing is what you do really well. You've got good feet, and like I say, you've got good long arms, so you'd be foolish not to use them to your full potential.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the key thing I've been working on the last few months. Like, I've improved so much, and even when I finally like ditched the amateurs and said I was going pro, and I stopped taking amateur fights, that's when I sort of switched on more to the pros. Like, and
I think as soon as you put pen to paper,
that's it.
There's a little switch that gets flicked.
Yeah, definitely. Like, Phil asked, like, do you want to do some more, like, in the build-up, just to stay ready and all that, but I was getting that good sparring, like sparring Charlie Edwards, Paul Butler and stuff like that. That's as good as an amateur fight, really, like, you know, like, so yeah, the last 6 months, 8 months, just been grafting the ass off, like, and 4 weeks to go now, so can't wait.
It's 4 weeks tomorrow, is it?
4 weeks tomorrow, yeah, June 24th.
I presume that can't come quick enough for you?
Yeah, like, Alex told me to sort of dim it down a bit the last couple of weeks, you know, like, because it's been that long coming. I'm raring to go that much, so I sort of have to take it down a peg, like, and you know, stopping sprinting for a couple of weeks and sort of laying back a wee bit more. But, you know, back 4 weeks to go now, I'm turning it back up, and yeah, can't wait to get in there, like.
No, so I'm looking forward to it. I know it's something you wanted to do for a long time.
Yeah.
But if you don't do it, it's the things that they say when you die. It's the things that you don't do.
It's the regrets, yeah, that's it.
And so, you know, you'd be foolish not to give this
100%.
a go.
Yeah, you see guys in the gym even, like, now they're coming in and say, "Oh, I wish I had done that years ago."
I'm one of them.
They let a year go by, 2 years even, and then they lose it and then they can't go back, like, you know. So perfect opportunity for me, like, or perfect timing. As I said, like, back when it was like COVID time and lockdown, even then I was like, I switched on and knew I'd be turning over at some point, like, so just.
Well, what are your ambitions? Where would you like to be if I was speaking to you? Let's say 5 years time. What would you like to have achieved?
Titles, you know, like I'm doing the traditional route, like, you know, I'm a grafter, like, so I'm selling tickets, you know, promoting myself. Staying busy.
Is that going to
like,
be easy for you? Because you know, we have a few fighters. We've got a mixed bunch in elite. We've got ticket sellers and we've got kids on the road. Now you've gone down the selling tickets, which is a very hard route to go.
It's tough. Yeah, it's tough, but yeah, shifted out a few already, like 4 weeks ago.
Because that will give you opportunities. The more tickets you can
but
sell, the more opportunities we can get you on these shows and get you fighting, which is, at your age, you want to be. Would it be the first 12 months? Would you love to be able to get 6 fights in if you could do that?
Definitely, yeah. Like if you look at Marcus Tomlinson, the teammate, he's Alex as well, manager. I think he's 4 or 5-0 already. Like he's only been pro like for a year or so. So Alex likes to keep you busy, like, and I was like that in the amateurs, you know, fought, you know, 2-3 times a week, like, so yeah, want to stay busy. We're in June now, debut in June, so I'd love maybe to get out 3 times maybe this year, hopefully.
And you know what's good about this is we're 4 weeks out, like we just said before. We have an opponent.
Exactly,
we have John Spencer, who's developing into a really good journeyman. I think this is going to be his 34th or 35th fight. Not got a brilliant record, you know. I think, but he is coming into a little bit of current form.
Yeah,
because at this same venue where you're fighting on the 24th of June at the Bolton University of Bolton Stadium, he got his first win.
He did, yes.
Against a kid, I believe you've been sparring.
Yeah, I was saying to you earlier, yeah. John, like, he's a tough guy, John. A few of the lads, I think Liam fought him here as well, like, so he's a very tough guy, like, and you need to be switched on for John, like, you know, just boxing.
John came from white collar. I filmed him a lot.
He's had a ton of white collars as well, I think.
A ton. I think he had about 400 or 500.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so he knows his stuff, like, and coming off a win, so he'll have a bit of confidence, like, you know. So have to go in and shut that down, like.
Well, like that's what I was saying before. The guy that he won against was a Scouser.
Yeah,
and you were sparring him, weren't you?
Sparred him, and it wasn't long after his fight actually. I think he jumped straight back into it. He was in the gym, might have been last week, a couple of weeks ago or something. But yeah, got some good rounds in with him. Decent fighter.
Did he give you any tips?
No, I wasn't really speaking to him, to be honest. Like, you know, I didn't actually know who he was until after. Until we spoke after, like, because there's a few lads and different names.
What's weird about this place, you come in, you haven't a clue who you're going to meet, who you're going to spar with, or whatever. Yeah. Do you like that? Because that's a great way of replicating the fear factor that you're going to get on fight night.
Exactly.
So how you can control.
Yeah, like,
you know, your nerves.
Alex dropped you a text the night before and he says sparring tomorrow 11 a.m. That's all the information you get. Like, you know, usually unless it's someone like Charlie, maybe high profile, like. But yeah, same as the amateurs too. Like, I used to, as I was saying, like, Phil used to text you on a Friday and say, right, got a fight for you tomorrow. You might even get a name. You might just like Callum or someone, Joe. He's had 35 fights, won 30 or whatever. Like, and then that was it. That was all the information you got. Like, and then obviously this day and age, you've got social media and stuff. You can look it up. But as I was always saying, yes, you know, straight away, like, taking the fights, and that stands me in good stead as well, like, for pros too. As you say, like, you can get, like, I'm supposed to be fighting John, but you never know what can happen, you know.
No, it could change, hopefully. It won't.
Hopefully not.
But I think he's a great test for certainly on your debut as well. Definitely. Because he comes in and gives you a fight. He doesn't steal a living.
No, he's a good fighter.
He'll give you a real test and hopefully ask you a few questions that you can find the answers to. Which means you can progress in your career.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, looking forward to it. Can't wait. 4 weeks.
Well, I can't. It's a good show because we've got a great top of the bill. We've got Jake James against who I'm going seeing, Darren Tetley. I'm going seeing him tonight as the away fighter. But he's the kid who's been there and done it. And this is Jake James' first real test.
Yeah, it's good.
And I honestly don't know who wins.
Yeah, it's good fight. That's what you want, isn't it? When these guys step up the levels, like me myself too, in a few fights down the line, you want to be in these big events, like, so top on the bill. Like you're saying earlier, what are my goals? Like after a few learning fights, in the next year, then I want to be pushing on for like titles too. Like Mickey Allison here has the Sanchalaria light heavyweight title, I think it is.
Light heavyweight, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to start pushing for that down the line. Sanchalaria title.
It's the first stepping stone into the direction you want to go to, isn't it?
It's a good one, yeah, good one to win. If you can get your hand on that, then you can.
But you're in a tough division, mate.
Very tough.
There's not too many easy fights.
You look at Liam, even he's fighting for another title at love way down the line.
I think he fights a couple of weeks after you, doesn't he?
Yeah, Irish Super Featherweight title. That's another good one. Fighting Colin Murphy. Yeah, in Belfast. I'm going there too, like week after my fight, like so.
What part of Ireland are you from?
I'm from Lurgan, so it's near Belfast.
Oh right, yeah. So Northern Ireland then.
Yeah, from the north, yeah, from County Armagh. Yeah, so fly into Belfast about 20 minutes from Belfast.
So it's back to a bit of a busman's holiday for you then, going over there watching that with your family and everything.
Yeah, they're all coming over for my fight, and then the week after I'm going home to see them again for Liam's fight as well. Like, so that'll be a good week. Like, hopefully
that's when you can really celebrate.
Celebrate 1-0, and then hopefully see Liam lift the Irish title as well the week after.
Yeah, it was a good fight, the first fight, wasn't it?
Brilliant fight. Yeah, I was at that one as well. Like ringside, class fight.
And I believe they're both stepping up. It's going to be 10 rounders.
Yeah, 10.
Well, last time they fought, it was an 8, wasn't it?
Yeah, stepping up rounds, weight as well, super featherweight as well. Like, so I think that'll suit Liam as well. So.
Alright, well listen, I'm looking forward to watching you on the 24th. When I do, am I going to be talking to you afterwards, and am I going to say win number 1?
Yeah, Orange, for sure, 100%. 1-0. Look forward to it.
For all boxing info, news, and latest interviews, amateur and pro across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.